Good afternoon and welcome everybody to the LISD 2020 Spelling Bee. Can't believe we're saying 2020 already, can you? This bee features the very best spellers that LISD has in our elementary schools and our middle schools. That's 24 schools in all participating today. And we have hundreds and hundreds of students in our middle and elementary schools, and you are looking on stage at our best spellers at LISD. And that deserves a round of applause. My name is Veronica Castillon, and I'm the Executive Director of Communications for Laredo ISD. And it's my pleasure to welcome you today. With the help of their teachers, their coaches, parents, and maybe some older siblings, and maybe some abuelitos, these students that you see sitting up here have been studying their words at recess, at lunch, after school, at night, and on the weekend, any spare moment that they have. I am sure we are going to witness an exciting contest, but most importantly, our students have expanded their English language arts skills and added more than 1,150 words to their spelling list and their vocabulary. We encourage all of our spellers here today to continue in the spelling bee. Next year, there's going to be some more new words in your study list. But as you continue in spelling and reading, more of these words are going to be familiar to you, because next year you might recognize some of the words that you learned this year and maybe last year. And did you know that the National Spelling Bee winners have stuck with it for 4, 5, 6, 7 years? So if you do that, maybe you can succeed and make it all the way to Washington, D.C. and bring home the national trophy. So students, we want you to know that we are very, very proud of your efforts. Whether you win today or not, this is an incredible achievement on your part. You are here representing the hundreds of students in your school, and you deserve a round of applause. And I expect many more successes coming this way from our students. Students, when you're done spelling today, make sure you pick up your certificate of participation. Keep all your certificates and your achievements in a binder where you can refer to them when you apply for college and college scholarships. Okay? Start saving them now. They'll look really good when you apply for college. When you are finished competing in today's spelling bee, Ms. Mimi Valdez, who you met out in the front, will guide you to a seating area or out here in the audience. We hope that you will stay until the end of today's competition and help us cheer for the winners. And now I would like to recognize our distinguished panel of judges. So folks, if you will please help me welcome our head judge, Ms. Monica Calles, who is LISD's teacher in college at Garland. And joining her at the judges' table is Ms. Claudia Stephanie Rodriguez and Ms. Karen Picasso. And although she's not here right now, I really would like to publicly recognize Dr. Marta Villarreal, who is the principal here at the Vidal and Trevino School of Communications and Fine Arts, for hosting us here in this beautiful setting that I think is just so appropriate for our spelling bee. The acoustics are wonderful in here, and it's such a comfortable place. So if you see Dr. Villarreal or any of her staff members, please make sure and thank them on our behalf. This is the third year that Dr. Villarreal has accommodated our spelling bee here in this facility. And I also want to thank her staff. Probably saw Bobby Lopez setting up the microphones and all of that, so we're very grateful. I see several principals here from our LISD schools, so at this time I would like our school principals to please rise and be recognized. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon. How about our teachers and our spelling coaches? Would you please also rise and take it up? Teachers and spelling coaches. I know you've been working so hard. Thank you all for your dedication. We're so blessed to have you all here. And parents, how many parents are here? Can I see our parents? Please rise, parents. Yay! Thank you all so much. And I don't know that everybody's here, but I want to also thank the members of the LISD Office of Communications. That's Bobby Trevino standing right here with the camera. Wave, Bobby. Claudia Rodriguez, Claudia Sandoval, and Mimi are probably out in the front still making sure everybody gets here and signed up. And also, I want to recognize Mr. Roberto Alba, Bobby Alba, and Armando Gomez from Instructional Television Department right over here, Instructional Television. They're here recording today's spelling bee. All of our spellers from elementary and middle schools qualify for the upcoming citywide spelling bee sponsored by the Laredo Morning Times and the Literacy Volunteers of Laredo. And the Scripps Howard National Spelling Bee is the overall umbrella under which we fall. The citywide spelling bee, put this on your calendar, is Saturday, March the 28th. Saturday, March the 28th at Laredo College. They alternate every year. Last year was at TAMU, this year it's at Laredo College on the west end of Washington Street. All of our spellers that are here today, you'll need to report to Laredo College on Saturday, March the 28th. Make sure you put it on your calendars too, for the citywide spelling bee. We're going to be sending your school principals and your coaches more details as they become available, okay? And before we begin the spelling bee, there are some, rules that we would like to point out. The speller must not have passed beyond the 8th grade as of today. And I think all the students here are 8th grade and under. They must not have earned their high school diplomas, and I don't think anybody here has earned their diplomas yet. I haven't seen them in a cap and gown walking the stage at the Sames Auto Arena. Our spellers must not have reached their 15th birthday. There's nobody here older than 15, right? 15 or older, okay? This spelling bee is conducted orally and in rounds. All right? Got that, boys and girls? Young men and women? Okay. And now I'd like to tell you a little bit about our pronouncer, Mr. John Maxtad, and his role in our spelling bee today. John Maxtad has graced us with his presence here on this stage for at least 3 years now. He is a retired librarian. From 1995 to 2016, he was the head of public services in the Killam Library at TAMU. He is the board member of the Laredo Theater Guild International. He has directed and acted in plays for the Theater Guild and also for Laredo College, TAMU, the Laredo Little Theater, and Light Productions. And he's wonderful to watch on stage. As our pronouncer, Mr. Maxtad's role is to pronounce words according to the diacritical markings in the Scripps National Spelling Bee word list. He will tell you if the word is a homonym and indicate which word is to be spelled by defining the word. Spellers, you may ask Mr. Maxtad to repeat the word. You may ask him for the definition, the sentence, the part of speech, the language of origin, and alternate pronunciation. Please do that, okay? Spellers, your role is to make an effort to face the judges whom you've already met and pronounce the word for the judges before spelling it and after spelling it. The judges uphold the rules and determine whether or not the words are spelled correctly. The judge's decision is final. Now, before I turn the microphone over to Mr. Maxtad, I would like everyone here to turn off their cell phones or place them on silent. Because once the bee has started, we ask everyone to refrain from making noise and exiting the recital hall. Folks, now it's time to start our spelling bee, and we are going to start with a practice round so that every student can get used to walking up, spelling the word on our microphone. And should a student misspell a word, your judges will ring the bell, which sounds like this. Okay? So students, are you ready for the practice round? Yes? Okay. Then let's get started. Best wishes, everybody. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Maxtad.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Just briefly before we get started, I would like to give a couple of words of advice to the spellers. First of all, I know it can be kind of scary to get in front of a microphone with a big bright light in your face and everybody looking at you. So when you go up there, take your time, take a breath, get settled. There's no big hurry here. Make sure you feel like you're ready to go. And if you don't hear the word correctly, ask me to repeat it. That's fine. If there's any doubt at all about what word it is I'm asking, you don't recognize the word, it doesn't sound right to you, ask for it, ask me to repeat it, ask for a definition, Ask to hear it in a sentence so that you're sure that the word you're trying to spell is the word that I said. Also, the derivation, the language of origin, and the part of speech, those can be helpful in the structure of the word if you have to kind of, figure out the word. Recognize we had to figure it out, the spelling of the word, just by logical spelling principles. For example, a word that comes from French and a word that comes from Russian, those are going to have different structures. Okay. The microphone is adjustable. Feel free to adjust the microphone. If you need help adjusting the microphone, let us know. Make sure that you're facing the judges and that they can see your mouth clearly. Don't look at your shoes, look at the judges. Make sure they can see your mouth clearly, because sometimes the difference between a B and a D, or the difference between an M and an N, is mostly visual and not necessarily by the ear. And the judges need all the help they can get to make sure that they understand what you said clearly. So when you get up there, enunciate and face the judges and make sure they can see you as well as hear you. Okay? Remember, the first round is a practice round. Nobody gets eliminated in the first round. So if you hear that little bell in the first round, that's okay. Come back to your seat. Stay in the same numerical order that you're in now. You're going to go up to the microphone in the order of your little cards. I guess everybody's familiar with this. Now, as we go, remember that speller, when we start having actual competitive rounds, remember spellers are eliminated by round. That's not very important until we get towards the end. But when we start getting down to the last 5 or 6 people, everybody eliminated into the round is tied. Which means, in theory, if we have a round that only has 4 spellers left and all 4 of them get eliminated, then we start right over again with the new round, same 4 spellers. Nobody's eliminated. If only one speller completes a round, that speller will get another word to verify that they are the winner, and then and only then are the other 3 eliminated from that round. But even then, you have to remember we have a first, a second, and a third. So when we get, I'll remind you of all this when we get close to the end, but I just want people to be prepared for the fact that you're not eliminated until someone else survives your round, the round you were eliminated in, if that makes sense to everybody. Everybody follows that? Okay. Then let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go up to the microphone in numerical order. And again, if you need help with the microphone, let us know. Oh, I should say, if there are any questions or appeals, the time to do that is at the end of each round. So let us know, make sure you let us know right away, because that's when things can be fixed. So if there is an appeal or a question, that comes at the end of the round. Thank you. Okay. You did. Tough to be first. Okay. Your word is shake.
S-H-A-K-E.
If you don't hear a bell, just go ahead and sit down. And again, remember, you can ask for the word in a sentence, definition, the language of origin. You can ask it to be repeated. You can ask for alternative pronunciations. Okay. Your word is proof.
P-R-O-V-E.
Okay. Nobody's eliminated. Go ahead and sit down. And that illustrates, make sure you know which word you heard, because I said proof, and I think she heard prove. So if there's any doubt in the world, ask for it in a sentence and definition and so on. Okay, next. Your word is stark.
S-T-A-R-K.
Your word is burlap.
B-I-O-R. Can you repeat it?
Burlap.
B-I-R-L-A-P.
Your word is secret.
S-E-C-R-E-T.
Your word is special.
S-P-E-C-I-A-L.
Your word is honest.
H-O-N-E-S-T.
Your word is health.
H-E-A-L-T-H.
Your word is sprawl.
May you repeat the word?
Sprawl.
S-P-R-A-W-L.
Your word is certain.
C-E-R-T-A-I-N.
Your word is ancient.
May you please repeat the word?
Ancient.
A-N-C-I-E-N-T.
Your word is tapestry.
T-A-P-E-S-T-R-Y.
Your word is attagirl.
Attagirl. A-T-T-A-G-I-R-L. Attagirl.
Your word is hunky-dory. Please face the judges.
H. Can you repeat the word?
Hunky-dory.
U. N. K. Y. D. A. R. R. Y.
Your word is parcel.
A. R. C. A. L.
Make sure you speak into the mic, the whole thing into the microphone. I think the judges may have missed the first letter of that. Again, nobody's eliminated now, so no harm done. Your word is commotion.
Can you repeat the word?
Commotion.
C-O-M-M-O-T-I-O-N. Commotion.
Go ahead. Slow it down. Your word is beatboxing.
Beatboxing. B-E-A-T-B-O-X-I-N-G. Beatboxing.
Your word is Garland.
Garland. G-A-R-A. Can we start over again?
Once you started, you can't go back and change something you've already said. I'm sorry.
N-D.
Just a practice round. And that's a good point. Go through it in your head first and make 100% sure you know what you want to say before you start. Okay. Your word is cottage.
Cottage. C O T A G E. Cottage.
Your word is, sorry. Your word is shepherd.
Shepherd. S-H-E-P-H-E-R-D. Shepherd.
Can you adjust the microphone if you want? Your word is surmised.
Surmised. S-U-R-M-I-S-E-D. Surmised.
Your word is ramparts.
Ramparts. R-A-M-P-A-R-T-S. Ramparts.
Your word is luggage.
L-U-G-G-A-G-E. Luggage.
You can adjust the microphone if you like. Your word is throttle. You can ask for it in a sentence or definition.
T H O
You'll need to continue. It's just a practice round. Don't worry about it.
O
If the speller doesn't continue in a reasonable period of time, it is the judge's prerogative to call it. I'll hand please for all our spellers for the first Your word is amplify.
Can you repeat it?
Yes, and everybody remember, you can ask also, in addition to repetition, you can ask for the part of speech, the definition, the language that it came from. You can have it used in a sentence, or you can ask if there are any alternative pronunciations. Okay, the word is amplify.
AMPLIFY.
Your word is juncture.
JUN CTURE.
Your word is vacancy.
Vacancy. VACANCY. Vacancy.
Your word is exploits.
EXPLOITES.
Your word is rabble-rouser.
Can you repeat it?
Rabble-rouser.
RAPPLEROUZER.
Your word is barrier.
Barrier. BARRIER. Barrier.
Your word is gratingly.
Can you repeat it?
Gratingly.
GRATINGLY.
Your word is scoundrel.
SCOUNDROWEL.
Your word is Harlem.
Harlem. HARLEM. Harlem.
Feel free to adjust the microphone. Your word is pamphlet.
Can you repeat the word?
Pamphlet.
Can you repeat it?
Pamphlet. Would you like it in a sentence, or would you a definition, a sentence? All right. Mr. Nelson has published a pamphlet opposing the income tax.
PANTHLOT.
Your word is trifecta.
May I please repeat it?
Trifecta.
May I please use it in a sentence?
Grandmother likes to bet the trifecta on her weekly visit to the racetrack.
May you please repeat it?
Trifecta.
Trifecta?
Your word is hazmat.
May you please use it in a sentence?
The truck bore the familiar symbol that indicated it was carrying a hazmat.
Hazmat.
Your word is Antarctic.
Antarctic. Antarctic. Antarctic.
Your word is turbulent.
U R B U L E N T.
Your word is ignoble.
Repeat the word, please.
Ignoble. You might want to stand a little closer to the microphone.
May you use it in a sentence?
Someone snapped a picture of the pop quiz and posted it online for the ignoble purpose of cheating.
IGNOPEL.
Your word is palindrome.
Can you repeat it?
Palindrome.
Can you repeat it?
Palindrome.
PALINDROME.
Your word is anagrams.
Anagrams. ANAGRAMS. Anagrams.
Your word is cannonade.
Cannonade. CANNONADE. Cannonade.
Is it, you got it? Okay. Your word is lacrosse.
Can you repeat?
Lacrosse.
LACROS.
Your word is abundance.
Can you please say the word in a sentence?
When the students were on safari in Africa, they saw an abundance of wildlife.
Abundance. ABUNDANCE. Abundance.
Your word is sojourner.
Can you repeat the word?
Sojourner.
Can you say it in a sentence?
Even though he had lived there for 25 years, Russell knew he was regarded as a sojourner by the neighbors.
Sojourner. Sojourner.
Your word is colossal.
Colossal. COLLASAL. Colossal.
Your word is Himalayan.
Can you repeat the word?
Himalayan.
Can you give me a sentence?
A Himalayan won Best of Show in the local cat competition this winter.
Can you repeat the word?
Himalayan.
Imblay.
Your word is calamitous.
CALAMATUS.
Let's have a round of applause for all the spellers. All right, let's continue in the third round. Go ahead. Your word is jumbo.
JUMBO.
I should mention we're starting a different list of words, which is why it may seem like they've jumped a little in difficulty. We want to be sure to do that at the beginning of the round. Your word is Mr.
MISTER.
Your word is ladybug.
LADYBUG.
Your word is keyhole.
Keyhole. KEYHOLE. Keyhole.
Your word is bagpipe.
Can you repeat the word?
Bagpipe.
BAGPIPE.
Your word is honeybee.
Honeybee. HONEBEE. Honeybee.
Your word is glimmer.
May you please repeat it?
Glimmer.
GLIMMER.
Your word is golden.
May you say it in a sentence?
Amy's grandma gave her a golden locket for her 18th birthday.
Golden. Golden.
Your word is eggplant.
Eggplant. EGGPLANT. Eggplant.
Your word is relish.
R E L E SH.
Your word is shrimp.
Can you repeat it?
Shrimp.
SHI.
Your word is boycott.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Sentence did you say? I'm sorry? Okay. The elementary school students decided to boycott doing their homework until pizza lunches were reinstated.
Boycott. BOICOT. Boycott.
Your word is chowder.
Chowder. CHOWDER. Chowder.
Your word is ginger.
Ginger. GINGER. Ginger.
Your word is bonfire.
Bonfire. BONFIRE. Bonfire.
Round of applause for the fourth round. All right, next round. Your word is widget.
WITCHED.
Your word is theme.
THEME.
word is quack.
Quack.
Your word is cricket.
Cricket. Cricket. Cricket.
Your word is squirm. Squirm. Again, you can ask for a definition or a sentence or anything you like.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The little boy managed to sit still for 5 minutes before he began to squirm in his seat.
SQUIRM.
Your word is treadmill.
May I please use it in a sentence?
Walking on a treadmill in his apartment was convenient, but Sam preferred to get his exercise outside, weather permitting.
TREDMILL.
Your word is crayon.
May you repeat the word?
Crayon.
CRAYON. Crayon.
Your word is permafrost.
Permafrost. PERMAFROST. Permafrost.
Your word is abandon.
Abandon. ABANDON. Abandon.
Your word is pattern.
Pattern. PATTERN. Pattern.
Your word is bribery.
Bribery. BRIBERY. Bribery.
Round of applause for the... Your word is penguin.
PE. DIN.
Your word, oh sorry, ready? Your word is casino.
CASINO.
Your word is bristle.
Bristle.
Bristle. You want it in a sentence, or? Okay. Each bristle on a nettle leaf has a tip so sharp that it can penetrate human skin.
B-R-I-S-T-L-E.
Your word is developer.
Can you use it in a sentence?
You spoke to a developer about building a new home in the neighborhood.
D-E-L-O-P-E-R.
Your word is bestow.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The fairies bestow gifts of beauty, grace, generosity, and song upon Sleeping Beauty at her christening.
B-I-S-T-O-W.
Your word is kangaroo.
Kangaroo. K-A-N-G-A-R-O-O. Kangaroo.
It's a good idea to stay in the auditorium until the round is completely over. We may not have 3 people left. Your word is garment.
May you repeat the word?
Garment.
Garment. G-A-R-M-E-N-T. Garment.
Your word is galaxy.
Galaxy. G-A-L-A-X-Y. Galaxy.
Your word is ingredient.
Ingredient. I-N-G-R-E-D-I-E-N-T.
Round of applause for all the spelling. I guess I should have held my fire until the end of the round, but note that we are getting down to the point where if enough spellers are eliminated in a round, we may have to do a repeat round, if only for the second and third places. So, please don't leave the auditorium. And if always remember, if all spellers in a round are eliminated, then the round starts right back over again with the same spellers. And that if there's only one speller left in the round, that speller has to repeat an additional an additional word. Otherwise, we go back and do the round over again. Okay. Everybody ready? You ready? Okay. Number 3, you're up. I'm sorry. Your word is manifesto. Manifesto.
M-A-N-I-F-E-S-T-O.
Your word is jubilant.
Jubilant?
Jubilant.
J-U-B-I-L-A-N-T.
Your word is pellet.
Pellet. May I please have the definition?
A small, usually small, round or spherical body, a little ball.
Pellet. P-E-L-L-E-T. Pellet.
Your word is guardian.
Guardian. Guardian. Guardian.
Your word is inclusion.
Inclusion. INCLUSION. Inclusion.
Your word is balderdash.
Can you repeat that?
Balderdash.
Balderdash. BALDERDASH.
Round of applause. Your word is caravan.
CARAVAN.
Your word is flabbergast.
Flabbergasted?
Flabbergast.
No, you said it.
Barb expected that the news of her election win would flabbergast her parents.
FLABBERGAST.
Your word is Goliath.
Goliath. Can I please have the definition? Definition, please.
Giant, very large.
GOLIATH. Goliath.
Your word is Riviera.
Riviera. REVEAIRA. Riviera.
Your word is jamboree.
Jamboree. JAMBOREE. Jamboree.
Your word is firmament.
Can you please use that in a sentence?
Sentence, did you say?
Yes.
Carmen gazed up at the stars, which were tiny specks of brightness in the black firmament.
Can you repeat it?
Firmament.
Firmament. FERMUMENT.
Round of applause for all the spellers. Your word is tarmac.
Can you please repeat the word?
Tarmac.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Neil's suitcase was damaged beyond repair when it fell from the plane's cargo compartment to the tarmac.
TARMAC.
Your word is deodorant.
Deodorant. DEODORANT.
Your word is duopoly.
Duopoly. DUOPOLY. duopoly, duopoly.
Your word is marooned.
Can you please repeat the word?
Marooned.
Thank you. Marooned. M-A-R-O-O-N-E-D. Marooned.
Round of applause. Your word is marsupial.
M-A-R-S-U-P-I-A-L.
Your word is extinguish.
Extinguish. E-X-T-I-N-G-U-I-S-H.
Your word is verbiage.
Verbiage. Can I please have the definition?
A manner of expressing oneself in words.
Verbiage. V-E-R-B-I-A-G-E. Verbiage.
Your word is skedaddle.
Can you please repeat the word?
Skedaddle.
S-K-E-D-A-D-D-L-E. Skedaddle.
Okay. Your word is buffoonery.
May you use the word in the sentence?
Mrs. Decker warned that she would tolerate no buffoonery in her classroom.
B-U-F-F-E-N-E-R-Y.
Remember, hang around. There's only 4 people left in this round. Okay. Your word is fallacy.
Fallacy?
Fallacy.
F-A-L-A-S-Y.
Your word is hurriedly.
Hurriedly. Can I please have the definition?
Quickly or hastily.
H-U-R-R-I-E-D-L-Y. Hurriedly.
Your word is infatuation.
Can you please repeat it?
Infatuation.
Can you please put it in the sentence?
Tim's parents were concerned about his infatuation with video games.
Can you please say the definition?
Strong and unreasoning attachment.
Infatuation. I-N-F-A-T-U T-I-O-N. Infatuation.
Okay, that's that. We have 2 spells remaining. Your word is syllabus.
Syllabus. Can I please have the definition?
A compendium or summary outline of a discourse, course of study, or examination requirements.
Syllabus. S-Y-L-L-A-B-U-S. Syllabus.
Your word is attendee.
Can you please repeat the word?
Attendee.
Can you please put it in a sentence?
Fawzi is a regular attendee of his favorite soccer team's home games.
Can you please have the definition?
One who is present on a given occasion or at a given place.
Attendee. A-T-T-E-N-D-Y. Attendee.
And now, go ahead and wait here because the other spell needs another word. This is potentially the final word. Your word is centipede.
Centipede. C-E-N-T-I-P-E-D-E. Centipede.
So we have a first and a second. We need these guys to come back up to do third. Your word is hermitage.
Can you repeat the word?
Hermitage.
Hermitage.
Your word is bohemian. Bohemian.
B-O-H. I-M-E-N.
Hang on. Go. Remember, he's got to do another word. Okay? Your word is gossamer.
Can you repeat the word?
Gossamer.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The dew and gossamer had dried from the grass by mid-morning.
G-O-S. S-O-N-E-R.
So we start the round over. It's all right. It's still you. You're still first. You go up next, yeah. Your word is cohesive.
C-O-H-E-S-I-V-E.
Your word is rudiments. Rudiments.
R-U-D. I-M-E-N-T-E.
Thank you so much, Mr. Maxted. That was so scary. Weren't you all like nervous? I was. And so now it's my pleasure to introduce to you our third, second, and first place winner. Third place winner from Tarver Elementary School, we have Mr. Alfredo Vasquez. Alfredo, congratulations. From Tarver Elementary School, Alfredo Vasquez. And please stay up here for photo. We're going to do a group shot up here in a second. So Alfredo, go back to the center. Oh. Alfredo. Alfredo's our third place winner. All right. Taking second place from Ryan Elementary School, Emily Rodriguez.
Good job, Emily.
I should say Alfredo's principal, Ms. Sara Montemayor, is here. Congratulations. And Emily's principal from Ryan Elementary, Elsa Flores, is also here. We'll ask you all to join us for pictures in a little bit. We're going to take all kinds of pictures, and we can do selfies also. And our first place winner for the third year? For the third year in a row, representing Lamar Middle School, Miss Mia Cuevas. Wow. Boy, you all really put us through a nerve-wracking session here today. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our Spelling Bee. We are so thankful that you joined us this afternoon and witnessed this wonderful competition among our school district's best spellers. Don't forget, our citywide Spelling Bee is Saturday, March 28th at Laredo College.